Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our series, Learn English with Stories. Today, I'm going to share with you a short but meaningful story called The Wise Old Man. This story will show us how important it is to give advice at the right time and how wisdom can sometimes save people from making big mistakes. Now, let's begin our story. Once upon a time, in a small village, people often had problems and arguments with one another. Whenever they faced difficulties, they went to a wise old man who lived at the edge of the village. One day, a young farmer came to the old man and said, "Wise man, I have a problem. My neighbors keep complaining about me, and I feel so angry. What should I do?" The old man smiled and calmly replied, "Anger is like fire. If you add more wood, it grows bigger. But if you stop feeding it, it will slowly disappear." Another day, a merchant came to the old man. He said, "I lost some money in the market. I suspect my friend took it. Should I confront him and end our friendship?" The old man answered, "Trust is like glass. Once it is broken, it is hard to repair. Think carefully before you accuse someone. Maybe you will find the truth without breaking your friendship." Many people visited the old man day after day. Some asked about love, some about money, some about family. And every time, the old man gave short but wise advice, helping people see things clearly. Finally, one villager asked him, "Old man, how do you always know the right thing to say?" The old man smiled and said, "Because I listen more than I speak, and I think before I answer." Now, let's pause here and look at some useful phrases from the story. First, we have anger is like fire. This is a metaphor. It means when we get angry, if we keep talking or shouting, it grows bigger, just like a fire. In real life, you can use this idea when giving advice. For example, "Don't argue with him now. Remember, anger is like fire." Next, the phrase, "Trust is like glass." This expression means trust is fragile. Once it is broken, it is difficult to fix. You can use it when talking about relationships. For example, "Be careful with your words. Trust is like glass." Another important phrase, "Think carefully before you accuse someone." This teaches us not to judge too quickly. In daily life, instead of blaming someone immediately, you can use this advice. For example, "I will think carefully before I accuse anyone at work." Finally, "I listen more than I speak." This is a great life lesson. In English conversations, you can also use this as a self-description. For example, "I like to listen more than I speak because I learn more that way." So, the story of the wise old man reminds us that wisdom is not about speaking many words, but about speaking the right words at the right time. When we control our anger, protect our trust, and listen before we speak, we can avoid many problems in life. Thank you for listening to today's story. If you enjoy learning English through stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring lessons. See you in the next episode.